too when they get in the paint, and I know that's got to be contributed to a little bit of bogus presence in the paint, but there's also some give-me shots that I saw in Game 1 that Love had a wide-open look in the post, and I rimmed out. I was like, that's a good look. Oh, he missed. LeBron.
There's a problem, though, if we're saying they're having trouble in the paint because of Andrew Bogut. That right there is a huge problem. If you're having trouble in the paint because of Andrew Bogut being there, there's something going wrong with you.
Yeah. So, all right, we'll move on to the next question, and I want to pass this to CL because I know he actually personally hit me up a few days ago and said, I want to come on the podcast and talk about LeBron. Break down LeBron's demeanor at the moment and talk about LeBron.
Because CL got that taste of coming back on the podcast. Now he wants back home.
So go ahead and sit in your corner and talk about LeBron and what you see in his eyes and tell me what you see, CL, through LeBron.
I see frustration. I see that he's shell-shocked. I see that he looks at his teammates and is like almost screaming at them for help internally. I actually think there's also some regret there as well because he knows that with a previous team that he was on, if he was in that moment, the teammates wouldn't be scared to come through or to perform. They look as shell-shocked as he does right
now. Yeah. Kevin, your thoughts on LeBron's demeanor?
He's mopey. He looks like he needs a hug, is what it really looks like. It looks like he needs somebody to come up to him and go, dude, it's all right, play your ball game. Nobody on that team is going to go and do it. Everybody on that team is looking for him to come up to them and do that. But LeBron's not that guy. LeBron's not the guy who's going to come up to him and go, hey, look, we need to join together, give him the hug and everything like that. He's not that guy because he's, as many times as I said it, he's not that type of leader. He's not going to be that guy. He needs that guy. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have that guy.
To me, I think he's a bit in shock and a deer in the headlight look. He's trying to figure out how in the heck are we going to beat this team as far as Golden State Warriors.
And another thing is he thought with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love he was going to withstand that chance. And he wasn't going to have to go Super Saiyan LeBron like he did last final. Mm-hmm. They haven't showed up. So now he's also got that on him too, like, damn, I thought we were going to have more of a chance with these two, and now look at what's happening with these two.
Yeah.
It's just, everything that was said last year that he needed in order to win this year, he's got, and it's completely going the opposite way.
And this is what I was feeling about LeBron because I felt like this postseason, at least he was playing the East, his minutes was about 37 minutes per game in the playoffs. So I'm like, okay, he's got no excuse. He's got healthy teammates. He's healthy. It seemed like his bench and everybody else putting together, they added a couple pieces through trade and everything else. So I feel like, okay, this is the time for them to actually make some noise. They did handle their opponents, even though it was the East, they handled them, fairly well. And so I was like, okay, well, you had your rest. Golden State just came through a gruesome series. Steph Curry injury is a little bit. The reason I kind of pick is Golden State because I'm still worried about Curry's injury. Well, Curry really don't really need to do much because his teammates are showing up, and LeBron to me is looking like, well, what we got here. Where's my help? No one's not helping me. And he looked like, and it's a shame because he's been here how many times in the NBA Finals? This is 7th time?
I saw something. LeBron James has played over 200 and something games in just the NBA playoffs.
That's crazy.
Over 2. That's almost 3 more years added onto his 13-year career. So you're looking at he's played the equivalent of 16 years of NBA basketball regular season. Just put that in perspective.
Yeah.
You wonder why the man's pooped. Because he's played that much basketball.
It's ridiculous.
Legacy, coming up in this, and it's coming up even more now with this. What this stand if he gets stumped by the Warriors? His legacy.
His legacy is he's arguably one of the greatest players in the game, but not one of the greatest leaders in the game, and that's going to have to be his legacy. He's not going to be that guy that people are going to say, you know what, he led his team to a championship. Because really, if you look at, he's never led a team to a championship. He's been on teams that have won championships, not led a team to a championship.
CL, the legacy, and LeBron James, your thoughts on that?
He'll definitely go down as one of the top 10 players of all time. But his finals record, I know some of the greats are kind of stepping up, like Jerry West, and saying that shouldn't count against him. But that finals record is glaring because you got to understand the expectations that we have of him. He set those expectations up himself.
Yep.
He came into the league when he chose the number that he chose, when he tries to manipulate championships. He's done that himself. If he goes 2-5 in the finals, that's a crushing blow. I mean, Magic went to 9 finals, but hell, he won 5 of them at least.
And during this run, LeBron has gotten to choose who he wants to play basketball with.
Right.
He has got to choose who he wants to play basketball with. He hasn't led nobody that he's chose to play basketball with. He's been led, but he hasn't led. That's where my big thing with LeBron is. Great basketball player will go down as one of the best. But you're a great basketball player, you're not a great leader. That's where I think a lot of these other guys have been better than him. Magic led. Michael led. These other guys have led. LeBron, I've yet to see him lead. Mm-hmm. And that's where I have the problem with it. His record is just blah. But he should have went to 7 straight. He's gotten to choose. Or 6 straight. He's gotten to choose who he wanted to play basketball with. He's gotten to hand-pick who he wants to play basketball with. And somehow he's been able to get it. For 6 years straight, he's been able to know who he wants to play with. There's no excuse for him not to win anymore, especially if he's playing with who he wanted to play with.
And Kevin, question to you about, on the flip side, Steph Curry's legacy, because talk about his story and what this means to him if he's to dominate King James and his team that they have on the ropes right now.
But he's not doing anything. Now, Steph is on this team. Steph right now is on this team. During the regular season, it was Steph's team. Right now, Steph is just on the team. Because really, he's done nothing to accelerate himself in this series.
Yeah.
He hasn't done anything. He's been in foul trouble, and he's been on the bench watching Draymond Curry go nuts the last game.
Draymond Curry.
I like that, Draymond Curry.
And Draymond Curry went nuts the last game while he's sitting over there on the bench. So this right now has everything to do with that. We won 73 games. We were tired of people talking about it. We went into that OKC series. Everybody had us down and out. There's a reason we won 73 games. We're going to come back out. We're going to show, and we're going to show during these finals that we are the team that won 73 games. And that we need to be considered as one of the best teams ever in the NBA. And that's what they're doing right now as a team. It ain't got really nothing to do with Curry, but as a team, they're coming out and they're showing that they have every right to be considered one of the best teams ever.
Your thoughts on that, CL?
Golden State is right. Okay, Stephen Curry, even though he's a part of the team right now, coming off his second consecutive MVP season, it will enhance his legacy because we're going to look back 2 MVPs, 2 NBA championships, 0 losses in the finals. So it will enhance him a little bit. Even though, even last year, he didn't do that well in the finals. He's the face of the team. He's the current face of the NBA. So this will elevate his game even more.
Gotcha. All right, well, do we need to talk about Kevin Love's concussion? Does it really matter?
He don't remember it.
I think it didn't look like he got hit that hard to me, just saying.
You know what? So it's funny, my coworkers talking about that we think that he oversold it. And
Dude, I'm just saying, like, I'm just being real. You know me.
Yeah.
He got
I've been
punched
hit
in
harder
the
than
vagina.
that.
I think he got punched in the vagina.
I mean, he came back and played a little bit, and he cleared. So, man, you got to question Kevin Love's manhood if he really did try to do some stuff like that. And Kevin Love's my boy. I defend him, but he
changed his name. He changed his name.
What did he change his name to?
Caitlin Love.
Oh my gosh, you're terrible.
He shouldn't have the name Kevin if he's doing that crap.
Nah, you gotta claim him, bro.
Look here. I hit a basketball with a metal baseball bat. It came back and hit me in the head. And I still went and played a Little League baseball game.
Put some ice on it, huh? And just got back and played.
Rub some dirt on it. Walk it off.
Oh, man.
Shit.
I do want to say something that adds something to what Kevin said earlier about LeBron having to go Super Saiyan. That's their only way of winning. And here's the thing. I told one of my writers, I said, you know what? What LeBron did last year, he has to replicate that this year. If he depends too much on his teammates, they're going to lose. Mm-hmm. And that's what happened the first two games. He has to go Super Saiyan this game, tonight. This is it. Yep. And I put a poll up on Hardwood today. I'm like, how many points does LeBron have to score in order for Cleveland to win?
56.
And here's the thing. I did between 30 and 40 or between 40 and 50 points. 68% of the people voted 40 to 50 points. So he has to go Super Saiyan tonight.
Oh, it's because all of them are trying to listen to me finally.
Yeah.
A bunch of punks.
But you're right. He has to score that much, especially. I mean, I don't want to say Love is down, but he regardless of Love or Kyrie, whoever's there, he has to take over.
He thought he could depend on two guys that are undependable. Two guys that, between the two of them, finally somehow made it through an 82-game season. Finally, they made it through an 82-game season without getting injured. He was too much dependent on those two because what was being said, oh, he's got those two. Now he's got weapons. Those two are soft. S-A-W-F-T.
Oh, you're
soft.
You're a new speller. I mean,
they are soft.
I had nothing.
How you doing?
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. So we all in agreement that he's got to take off. All right. Well, Golden State.
Soft.
Golden State's playing in the Q tonight, where Cleveland has won 41 games there, playoffs, regular season combined at home. Doesn't even matter at this point. What's Golden State chance to win?
97%.
Why you left all the 3%?
Huh?
Why you left all the 3%?
The 3% is in case LeBron goes Vegeta on all of them. Is everybody getting these Dragon Balls references?
Yes, I got it. Yes. CL, Golden State chances to win in Cleveland.
They won the last two games in Cleveland. The last one by 34 points. Unless it's an act of God tonight, Cleveland's getting swept.
I was saying the Cavs are going to win the 6, but
it's because you didn't listen to me anymore. You were hearing, but you wasn't listening. Now I'm going with the white man can't jump reference. You was listening to me, but you wasn't hearing me.
Let's turn the tides.
From now on, y'all need to hear me.
Let's turn the tides. Like CL and Kevin reiterated, unless LeBron drops 50 points tonight and completely unstoppable, which we know he can take the ball in the paint at will at any point in time, get these guys in foul trouble. You're in the penalty. If he does stuff like that, then yes. But right now, I just don't see that LeBron. LeBron is being passive.
And as I was reminded by our guest earlier, LeBron, he said, Patric Young said, he heard Steve Kerr say, the thing about LeBron is LeBron has no go-to move. He doesn't have that move to where he's going to go to it and you know he's going to score because his jumper is suspect. The only real thing he can do is go to that hole, but he doesn't have that move. Mm-hmm. A guy without that move, that needs that move and needs that mid-range jumper and stuff to work, especially in these type of games, I just know it's shaky. It's just shaky.
I tell you.